Hey everybody, welcome back to another short little video. And one of the things that's so obvious in these times is how so many of our once esteemed institutions and organizations are becoming absolutely and utterly corrupted in such a way that the very value of them is now incredibly debatable. And so I wanted to talk about an organization that was founded back in 1910. So it's over 111 years ago. And just have analyzed the state of it in 2021. Let me share this with you. Yes, the American Boy Scouts have gone woke. Eagles are now required to earn diversity and inclusion badges. Well, is anyone really surprised? Furthermore, check this out. The Boy Scouts of America organization has released a lengthy letter iterating its support for the BLM organization and explaining the implementation of new diversity measures. So here we have these innocent young children. And remember, regardless of other things one can say about the Scouting movement, I believe that the origins of the institution were worthy and that over several generations it did a very good job. But I think that's pretty much has come to an end. Let's get rid of this and consider this statement here. The Boy Scouts of America stands with Black families in the Black community because we believe that Black lives matter. This is not a political issue. It's a human rights issue and one we have a duty to address. I'd like to know who wrote this statement and can they not be sacked? Because think about what they're saying. If they stand with one particular racial group, does that mean that they don't stand with other racial groups? Aren't there any other ethnicities in the United States that the Boy Scouts of America stand with? And by the way, if you support Black Lives Matter, that is a political issue. You can't be so stupid as not to realize that. So you're trying to pretend supporting an overtly Marxist, nihilistic, anti-capitalist organization is not a political issue. It absolutely is. So they go on to talk about they're now going to review. Get this, they're going to review the names of everything in this organization, including any and all insignia, to ensure that the symbols of oppression are not in use today or in the future. Oh, what are you going to have? You're going to have like a George Floyd badge people can actually sign up for? Well, actually, talking of which, diversity training will now be mandatory for all employees of this organization, and another version for all volunteers as well. So if you work for the Scouts, you're going to have diversity training, and if you're a volunteer, you're going to have specific diversity and inclusion merit badges. I mean, this is pathetic stuff. This is the final collapse and destruction of an organization such as the Scouts. What does it say here? This badge will require Scouts to learn and engage with the other groups and gain increased understanding and spur positive action. And so it goes. It goes on here about some of the scandals, of course, that have beset the Scouting movement in recent years. And in actual fact, just to put this all in final perspective, let me just see if I can share this with you. Because the Scouts indeed have fallen on hard times, like there is absolutely no doubt about that. But is it perhaps of their own making? Basically, the point about the story is this: that the Scouts of the Boy Scouts of America organization, it went bankrupt in 2020 with, I believe, liabilities of up to $500 million. So this is also an organization which has continually struggled to cope with the increasingly invidious onslaught from the woke movement. The woke movement is fundamentally destroying all aspects of all things American, and that's the truth of the matter is. So I think, from my perspective, at any rate, when it comes to the Boy Scouts, it's probably too late. It would be perhaps better to just knock it on the head, which is sad because at one point it had a value. But What is that value? What is that value in 2021? I mean, I ask you to consider that. I ask you to also just reflect on that. Boy Scouts of America files for bankruptcy. Hundreds of sexual abuse lawsuits are now on hold, and you can read the information. It's all in here. You can just see it. The youth organization, which is, as I said, has celebrated its 110th anniversary, has listed liabilities of between 100 and half a billion, and estimated assets of 1 billion to 10 billion. So it filed for bankruptcy. Its membership is dwindling. With dwindling membership, I presume that enables the wokies to get into all the higher echelons. They're happy supporting Marxist organizations like BLM. They're happy pushing the corrosive diversity and inclusion agenda. They want to have this mandatory diversity training. So I'm not sure what Baden-Powell would have considered about this organization, which was, after all, founded only 3 years after the Boy Scouts were founded in the United Kingdom. So it's had a good run, I think, but at this point, an organization like this, which purports to support BLM, is no longer fundamentally fit for purpose. Time to tie a knot in it, I think. But anyway, that's what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments thread below. Speak soon. Bye, everybody.